Welcome to Alaska, team. This is a wild and organic place where man and nature have an uneasy deal to coexist with one another. But nature always has a way of taking things back for herself. And over the decades, she's turned man's modern world into a crazy playground. This is just the sort of place your average snowboarder lives for. But we're not your average snowboarders, we're SSX. So naturally, we'll send a surfer in to take on Alaska. Tanning, this one's got your name all over it. Remember, there might be tons of deep powder here, but the creme de la creme ride is the pipe one. This monster snakes its way all throughout the region. And not only is it the most insane grind you will ever do in your life, it just might save your bacon too. Because when an avalanche hits, this pipe is all the high ground you'll need. Remember, Alaska is a perpetual avalanche zone and as unpredictable as a wild animal. But SSX are unpredictable too, and Alaska isn't gonna know what hit it. our ninth and final destination, and it's the perfect place to wrap up this tour and write our names into history. New Zealand is a roller coaster ride from top to tail. It's filled with tons of vertical opportunities, just the sort of place to satisfy a rider at times test pilot sensibilities. But don't get caught up with yourself, new guy, because once the weather sets in, this place is anything but an island paradise. And Mount Aoraki, our target descent, is king around here, and has the wickedest attitude in the island. So we've kitted you out with the latest and greatest in terrain mapping heads-up displays to give you a bit of an edge when things get ugly. It's your skills as a rider that's going to get you through this region in one piece, and with the final deadly descent notched in the name of SSX. Good luck.